The medical challenge in many respects lies ahead for Australia. Sure, we've had 3 deaths and 100 infections, but 50 of those have already recovered and the others so far are mild. But the dramatic escalation in Italy is a sobering warning. Hospitals in the prosperous north of the country are overwhelmed, towns and villages have been isolated, and now people right across the country are on a travel ban to try and halt the spread of the virus. The death rate is close to 5%, and experts say that's partly because of the aged population in Italy, but also because of the pressure on hospitals for effective treatment. This experience puts the lie to those who claimed from the outset that Australia overreacted to the COVID-19 outbreak, clearly showing the spread of the virus is crucial to ensure patients get the best care. It's absolutely crucial now that the spread is slowed so that patients get the best care and hospitals are not overrun. And all the while, of course, that buys time while work continues on developing a vaccine. So, like Singapore and Hong Kong, for instance, so far our efforts to isolate infections, chase down contacts, close schools and ban travel has worked. So far. The risk of losing control is on display in Italy. I'll get the latest from South Australia in a moment, where they are providing drive-through coronavirus testing. But the overreaction is continuing too, sadly. Another case of ridiculous shopping panic with the release of this footage from an Aldi store in the western suburbs of Sydney. They open the doors in the morning and we see the rush on toilet paper. This stuff is bizarre, and I suppose the only consolation is that we're not alone. Toilet paper has been swooped on in the UK, Hong Kong, Canada and increasingly in the US apparently. And US singer Miley Cyrus has cancelled her trip to Australia. She was going to play at a bushfire benefit concert, citing her concerns over the coronavirus, though she's pulled out and that concert has been cancelled. So a fundraiser bites the dust there. And she says, of course, that she's sorry. I guess this helps to demonstrate how the economic impact of the pandemic is already with us, hitting travel, trade and confidence, and it can only get worse in the short term. The Prime Minister is finalising a stimulus package as we speak, and it'll be released later this week. Earlier today, Scott Morrison has told a business gathering that this is a Team Australia challenge.
How you support your customers, your suppliers, your employees during the next 6 months and potentially beyond will say more about your company, your corporate values and the integrity of your brand than anything else you've likely done as an organisation. We also need your investment, looking ahead to the opportunities that are on the other side. Take the opportunity to invest in the skills of your workforce, or in the capital projects that will provide the pathway to a new season of growth that will be there.
We'll hear more about what Scott Morrison and Josh Frydenberg have put together. Andrew Clennell reporting earlier that there's going to be more money for aged care, more money for GPs and, of course, some cash support for small businesses. But striking a balance between sensible precautions and panic is difficult. The best news about this virus is that it does not badly affect children. There have been no known fatalities among children so far. The overwhelming majority of people who have died have been elderly, and that's why there needs to be a strong focus on aged care facilities and the elderly. For most people, this will be no worse than a case of the flu. But we know how dangerous the flu can be. We spend millions of dollars every year trying to curb its spread, especially among the elderly. So in the short term, whether it's schools being shut down, people sent home from work, or sooner or later sporting events disrupted or cancelled, the inconveniences are going to mount. But every week without a mass outbreak is a clear win.